What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, okay, I believe this is a him making his debut on the channel tonight. We have, it's a simple three-letter word. We have Ren. Yes, indeed. How about that? Ren making his debut on the channel. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all the clicks and the likes and the bibbity-boobity-bop, do me a favor. Before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from David Powell, Yellow Icicle, and Bren. And this is actually Bren's prioritized request for the month of September for being a Silver Tier member on the Patreon page. So here you go, Bren. Hope you enjoy the show, as well as you, David, and Yellow, and a whole bunch of other people. I had a lot of people in the comments saying I needed to react to this. We're going to talk about that in a second. They all want to see me react to this song by Ren called Hi Ren. Now, have I heard the song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second, I recognize this song, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Yeah, I had a lot of people in the comments saying, talking this up and, talking about this cat Ren and, he's amazing and he's a wonderful artist. And they didn't say musician, they said artist. They're really talking him up, okay? And that's wonderful. And I love how people in the comments are saying, you need to do a reaction. Guys, the only thing I need to do in this life is die and pay taxes. That's it. That's all I gotta do. That's the only things I need to do. When it comes to this channel, I'm gonna do what's best for the channel, which I believe is playing people's requests in the order in which they were received. Look, this is a new song. It is, and I've been telling people that if people want this to go into the front of the queue, there are ways to do that. There are. And people were going, well, you need to add to the queue. I'm like, great, I would love to add to the queue. Somebody go on Patreon and request it, make it official. And only 2 people did. Seriously, I must have had about 80 or 90 people say that they want me to react to this, but only 2 people actually went on the Patreon page and requested it. So, there's a saying, folks, there's a very old saying. If you want something bad enough, you'll make it happen. So, to all those people who were telling me I need to do this and I'm begging you to do this and everything else, guys, you don't need to beg. You just need to go through the proper channels. That's all. Like David did, like Yellow did, and now because of Bren, it's getting prioritized. How cool is that? So y'all better be thanking Bren for that one. Otherwise, it'd be back in the 1500s. You'd be waiting a few years before we get to this. Quite a few years. Anyway, this was posted by Ren, okay? And the video has 16 million views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Ren, Hi Ren, official music video. Wah, wah, wah.
Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it!
Oh, there's that word official, and it's coming off of the official page for Ren, and Yeah, you know what I'm going to say, so I'm not going to say it. We're just going to hope for the best, and we're going to have to wait and see what happens. I was told by a lot of people in the comments that when I react to this, I should have this ready, because apparently this is a bit of a tear jerker. So we'll see. We'll see. Maybe it will be, maybe it won't be. I don't know. But I have it. I have it here and ready, just in case. We'll see how this works. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
It's been a little while. Did you miss me? You thought you buried me, didn't you? Risky. Cause I always come back. Deep down you know that. Deep down you know I'm always in periphery. Ren, on your pleased to see me. It's been weeks since we spoke, bro. I know you need me. You're the sheep, I'm the shepherd. Not your place to lead me. Not your place to be biting off the hand that feeds me. Hi Ren. I've been taking some time to be distant. I've been taking some time to be still. I've been taking some time to be by myself since my therapist told me I'm ill. And I've been making some progress lately. And I've learned some new coping skills. So I haven't really needed you much, man. I think we need to just step back and chill.
Okay, I get the title now. He's having a conversation with himself. Okay, I get it now. I understand the title now. His guitar playing is nice. That classical finger style. Thumb is clean, hitting the E string sounds really good. Getting the chords clean as well, using the index and middle finger to get the thirds, really nice. Sounds clean. Going back to the beginning, the intro of the song, we had that one section, you had that triple run, ba 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 ba. That sounded really nice too. I didn't see that coming. I thought it was going to stay a little more traditional. As far as, sticking within the 4/4 meter, quarter notes and eighth notes. But instead, we got that nice triplet run. That was great. Very cleanly done, too. Now he's got the vocals going, and he's switching more to a little more sparse playing. Playing with the downbeat with the thumb, upbeats with the other two fingers playing the thirds. And then coming back, and always coming back to, I think it's on 1 and 3. Or is it 2 and 4? Maybe that's what it is. It's 2 and 4. With his thumb hitting the body of the guitar to emulate percussion. Really nice. Very, very intelligent. Let's keep going. Let's see how this goes.
Ren, you sound more insane than I do. You think that those doctors are really there to guide you? Been through this a million times. Your civilian mind is so perfect to always being lied to. Okay, take another pill, boy. Drown yourself in the sound of white noise. Follow this 10-step program, rejoice. All your problems will be gone. Fucking dumb boy. Nah, mate. This time is different, man. Trust me. I feel like things might be falling in place. And my music's been kinda doing bits too. Like I actually might do something great. And when I'm gone, maybe I'll be remembered for doing something special with myself. That's why I don't think that we should talk, man. Cause when you're with me, it never seems to help. You think that you can amputate me? I am you, you are me, you are I am we are one. Split in two, that makes one, so you see. You gotta kill you if you wanna kill me. I'm not leftover dinner, I'm not scraps on the side. Oh, your music is thriving, delusional guy. Where's your top 10 hit? Where's your interview with Oprah? Wow, your Grammys, Ren. Nowhere. Yeah, but my music's not commercial like that. I never chase numbers, statistics or stats. I never write hooks for the radio, they never even play me, so why would I concern myself with that? But my music is really connecting, and the people who find it respect it. And for me that's enough, cause this life's been tough, so it gives me a purpose I can rest in.
I just picked up on something. The Jekyll and Hyde aspect, I mean, we've seen that since the beginning. You know, wrestling with your inner demons and whatnot. When you have the aggressive side, his fingering style is far more aggressive, far more staccato, and far more forte in dynamics. It's far, to sum it up, it sounds far more aggressive. When you go to the more passive side, you go to the Jekyll side, you have far more legato playing. Instead of da 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 da, it's do da do da do da do da do da do da. It's far more sustained notes in a much more, I would dare say, mezzo piano style. Skipping mezzo forte and going right down to mezzo piano to help emulate what's happening vocally, which is brilliant, if you ask me. He's using the guitar as a second voice, not just as a musical instrument, but as a second voice to back up what he's doing vocally. I think that's smart. Not everybody would do that. Not everybody would. A lot of people would just use the guitar and just stay like in a mezzo forte across the board. He's not. It's very intelligent. Let's keep going.
Man, you sound so pretentious. Ren, your music is so self-centered. No one wants to hear another song about how much you hate yourself. Trust me. You should be so lucky, having me inside you to guide you, remind you to manage expectations, provide you perspective. That thing you neglected, I get it. You wanna be a big deal, next Jimi Hendrix, forget it. Man, it's not like that. Man, it's just like that. I'm inside you, you twat. No, it's not, man, you're wrong. When I write, I belong. Let me break the fourth wall by acknowledging this song. Ren sits down, has a stroke of genius. He wants to write a song that was not done previous. A battle with his subconscious. Eminem did it. Played on guitar. Plan B did it. Man, you're not original, you criminal rip-off artist. The pinnacle of your success is stealing other people's material. Ren, mate, we've heard it all before. She sells seashells on the seashore. Fuck you, I don't need you, I don't need to hear this. Cause I'm fine by myself, I'm a genius. And I will be great, and I will make waves, and I'll shake up the whole world beneath us. That's right, speak your truth, your fucking God complex leaks out of you. It's refreshing to actually hear you say it instead of downplay it. Music is all about the creative process, and if people can find something to relate to within that, then that's just a bonus. Fuck you, I'ma fucking kill you, Ren. Well, fucking kill me then, let's fucking have you, Ren. I'ma do it, watch me prove it. Who are you to doubt my music? Cause I call the shots, I choose if you die. Yeah, I call the shots and so I choose who survives. I'll tie you up in knots when I lock you inside. Newsflash, I was created at the dawn of creation. I am temptation. I am the snake in Eden. I am the reason for treason, beheading all kings. I am sin, with no rhyme or reason. Son of the morning, Lucifer, Antichrist, father of lies. Mephistophelies, truth in a blender, deceitful pretender, the banished avenger, the righteous surrender. When standing in front of my solar eclipse, my name is stitched to your lips. So you see, I won't bow to the will of a mortal, feeble and normal. You wanna kill me? I'm eternal immortal. I live in every decision that catalyzes chaos, that causes division. I live inside death, the beginning of ends. I am you, you are me, I am you, Ren.
Going down those minor thirds. Those minor third progressions, that was nice. Just basing on the root, what he would do is he would start up on the flat six, go down to the minor third, and then go down to the root. With that descending line. That was nice. Before that, he had some great dissonance going on, and it would resolve itself when it would go to the next dissonant chord. It didn't stay on the same chord and just stay dissonant for the sake of being dissonant. It would auto-resolve itself when he would switch down to the next chord. Very smart. Again, the guy understands music without question. And he understands how to get the most out of the chordal progressions from chord to chord to chord to chord. Really smart. And he's using it to help convey the story that's being told. So, good on him. Absolutely good on him. Let's keep going.
Hi Ren, I've been taking some time to be distant. I've been taking some time to be still. I've been taking some time to be by myself, and I've spent half my life ill. But just as sure as the tide starts turning, just as sure as the night has dawned, just as sure as the rain falls soon runs dry when you stand in an eye of a storm. I was made to be tested and twisted. I was made to be broken and beat. I was made by his hand, it's all part of his plan that I stand on my own 2 feet. And you know me, my will is eternal. And you know me, you've met me before. Face to face with a beast, I will rise from the east and I'll settle on the ocean floor. And I go by many names also. Some people know me as hope. Some people know me as the voice that you hear when you loosen the noose on the rope. And you know how I know that I'll prosper? Cause I stand here beside you today. I have stood in the flames that cremated my brain, and I didn't once flinch or shake. So care of the man I've become when I sing from the top of my lungs, that I won't retire, I'll stand in your fire, inspire by me to be strong. And when I am gone I will rise in the music that I left behind. Ferocious, persistent, immortal like you, we're a climate to different sides.
Switching it up from the 8th note pattern to a 16th note pattern to emulate a double time feel. That was really smart, very intelligent, good way to go. His melodic singing is actually really good. His pitch was good. Tone was good. Projection and power were all good. I mean, he's had good projection and power through pretty much this entire thing, including the spoken word parts. So that wasn't so much of a surprise. But he's supporting with the melodic singing. His pitch is accurate. Diction, pronunciation, vowel formation, all there. It's really good. I mean, what he's playing, what he's singing, it's all really good across the board. Yeah, I got no issue with anything I'm hearing. Let's keep going.
When I was 17 years old, I shouted out into an empty room, into a blank canvas, that I would defeat the forces of evil. And for the next 10 years of my life, I suffered the consequences, with autoimmunity, illness, and psychosis. As I got older, I realized there were no real winners and there were no real losers in psychological warfare, but there were victims and there were students. It wasn't David versus Goliath. It was a pendulum, eternally swaying from the dark to the light. And the more intensely that the light shone, the darker the shadow it cast. It was never really a battle for me to win. It was an eternal dance. And like a dance, the more rigid I became, the harder it got. The more I cursed my clumsy footsteps, the more I struggled. So I got older, and I learned to relax, and I learned to soften, and that dance got easier. It is this eternal dance that separates human beings from angels, from demons, from gods. And I must not forget, we must not forget, that we are human beings.
Yeah, but human beings suck. We do. We are the worst form of life on this planet. Why would you want to be reminded that we're human beings, man? Humans suck. Anyway. I get it. I get the message, and that's, you know, I could see how, you know what, I'm gonna save it for the review. All right, let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review, and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Ren with Hi Ren. I get it now. I see what they did there. This was a request from David Powell, Yellow Icicle, and Bren. And this was actually Bren's prioritized request for the month of September for being a Silverton member on the Patreon page. So there you go, Bren. I hope you enjoyed the show as well as you, David, and Yellow. I hope you guys all enjoyed the show. Okay. This is going to be one interesting review. I'm not saying it's going to be an interesting review from the standpoint of what I'm going to say. This is going to be an interesting review from the perspective of what the commenters are going to say on this. I'm probably going to get a lot of hate for what I'm going to say, and in particular for the score I'm going to give, because apparently everybody believes everything that this guy does deserves a 10. Well, I mean, look, people are certainly entitled to their opinions, and I'm not going to discredit those opinions. I'm just going to say that's not my opinion. And here's where the hate's going to come. I guarantee it. Which will just further my argument that I'm going to have at the end. Anyway, let's get started here with the score. Brace yourselves, folks. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that an 8.6. Yep, 8.6. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, musically, I think it was a fine job. I don't think the song itself, from a musical standpoint, was necessarily all that impressive, but it was effective. It got the job done. The chordal progression sounded really nice. It sounded very pleasing to the ear. Transitioning from chord to chord, everything made sense. Even when it got dissonant. Even when he was playing those dissonant runs, and it was dissonance to dissonance to dissonance to dissonance, it would auto-resolve itself. Remember, I have no problem with dissonance. I like dissonance to some extent. I like it when the dissonance resolves. When the dissonance doesn't resolve, and it's just dissonant, 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 dissonant with absolutely no resolution whatsoever, then I'm not a big fan of it. The way he set up his chordal structure, I think it was moving from third to third to third, it automatically transitioned and resolved itself from chord to chord to chord to chord. Very smart. Very, very smart. Playing from, you know, the octave to the flat 6 to the flat 3 to the 1, sounded really good. You know, those auto minor thirds, that sounded really nice. Let's see, what else? The guitar playing, the technique. I think that was, to be honest with you folks, I think that was the most impressive thing to me. His technique, playing that classical finger style of guitar, very, very well done. Number one, playing on nylon strings. I can't stand it when people do classical finger style playing and they play with steel strings. It just does not sound the same. It does not sound right to me. I love it when, if people are going to be playing that style, they play on nylon strings, and he was, and I absolutely appreciated that. Secondly, his technique, his actual fingering technique was clean. Thumb on the E and A strings exclusively. He had the ring in the middle and the index fingers playing the other 4 strings, playing their progressions. Really, really smart. Utilizing the index in the middle to play the thirds off of the root, creating the triads. Really nice. It sounded good. I like it. Well, sometimes there were triads and sometimes they were just thirds. Like you would play like a G with the thumb on the E string, playing the 3rd fret, but then he would use the index and middle to play the G and the B, creating a major third. So not necessarily a triad, just a triad above, not just a third above the root. but there were also times where he would create triads with the thumb on the root and then index and middle finger playing the third and the fifth. So, I mean, it was constantly changing around. But nonetheless, his fingering was clean. I never heard any blats. I never heard any wrong notes. I never heard any string rattles that weren't intentional. Sometimes he would get some string rattle, but it'd be when he would hit the open E or the open A and just let it resonate. And then you would hear some rattle for the purpose of effect. No problem with that at all. Sounded really good. His subdivision work sounded really good. I was also really impressed with his dynamic control when it came to his guitar playing. Utilizing the dynamics within the guitar to reinforce the story being told. The Jekyll versus the Hyde. Jekyll having the more staccato approach, the louder approach, the more of a forte level. Switching over to the Jekyll side where it was a little more on the mezzo piano side. Skipping mezzo forte and going straight to mezzo piano to create a bigger dynamic shift. And then on top of that, having more of a legato playing style, a more smooth playing style to reinforce the story being told on the Jekyll side. Really nice, very intelligent. I mean, not a lot of people would do that. A lot of people doing things like this might just strum through, and it didn't. He was still fingerstyle playing on both sides of the equation, just switching the dynamics and length of note and attack. Vocally, I will say his falsetto is strong, man. He's got a strong falsetto. Well projected, well supported, not breathy, not airy at all. It was very strong and accurate. I think I only heard like one note where it was just a tiny little bit flat and it was barely noticeable. It was only one time. It was towards like about the 2/3 mark when he stood up and started doing it. It was like the fourth note, third or fourth note. It was just a tiny little bit flat, but that's it. That's it. Everything else sounded spot on. The spoken word. Okay. I'm not much into hip hop. I don't really know a whole lot about hip hop, but his meter was impressive and his subdivisions were impressive. His placement was impressive. I mean, it was fast paced. Fast paced. I had to wonder at times, is this guy gonna take a breath? But it sounded great though. It really did. Like I said, I'm not the biggest fan of hip hop, and I'm not the most informative person when it comes to hip hop. I need more exposure to it probably, but from what I could hear though, it sounded really good. I really don't have any complaints about this. I really don't. I think it was a great job across the board. Did this song, okay, this is what everybody's wondering. Did this song connect with me? Unfortunately, it didn't. I don't really pay attention to lyrics as to what's being said. They usually just go over my head. Now, I did get the whole, split, not split personality, but, emotional disorder versus, the side of you that wants to be free from the emotional disorder. I get that. I do. I understand that. I deal with that myself. Does it hit me emotionally? No. Look, about 90% of the human race has some sort of emotional disorder, some sort, whether it be, something as easy as depression, all the way to, psychosis. I mean, everybody has some varying degree of emotional distress and emotional damage. I mean, and look, I'm not trying to make light of anything. I'm not trying to make fun of anything, but I mean, at the end of the day, folks, 90% of the human race has some sort of a disorder. So is that, I hate to say this, but does that make it special? No, 90% of the human race has something. And that here's the thing though, the 10% that don't have some sort of an emotional distress, I question it. I wonder, maybe I think they actually do. They just haven't been diagnosed, or they just aren't aware of it, or they're so self-involved and so ignorant of it that they don't want to admit that there's anything wrong with them. I'm going to use my birth father as an example. I have attention deficit disorder, and I am positive I got it from him. I'm absolutely positive I did. He refuses to acknowledge that disorder even exists. He refuses, despite the fact that there's all of these medical professionals, there's been all of these studies, all these documents, all this research done that prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that this exists. He refuses to acknowledge it. That's just plain ignorance. I'm sorry. And I wonder that the 10% that don't have any kind of an emotional disorder are just ignorant, and they don't want to know. They don't want to hear that something is wrong with them. They refuse to hear that anything is wrong with them. Well, that right there is an emotional disorder. That's called narcissism. You know, they don't want to admit that anything's wrong with them. There's nothing wrong with me. I'm perfect. Narcissism. Classic type A narcissism. Congratulations. Welcome to the club. You know, welcome to the club of emotional and mental disorders. Congratulations. You're one of us. No, but the song didn't really touch me. The song didn't hit me. It just didn't do anything for me on an emotional level. Like I know it does with a lot of people. And look, I get it. A lot of people are touched by this, and it affects them, and it helps them. And to those people, God bless you. I'm glad the song was able to do that for you. I'm glad the song was able to help you through some dark times, and it spoke to you, and you get it, and you feel it. I'm glad you do. I don't. It doesn't resonate with me, guys. I'm sorry. I'm just not. It just doesn't catch me like that. Not that I'm saying it's bad. Not that I'm saying that that's invalid. Not that I'm saying that's stupid or anything like that. I'm not saying those things. I'm saying the exact opposite. I'm thrilled to hear that a song touched you on an emotional level and really grabbed you like that. I'm glad it did. Just wish it would have done that for me, but it didn't. The last thing I'm going to talk about, and I found it ironic that the statement that he made at the end, you know, about reminding us that we're humans. We don't need to be reminded of that. We're well aware of that, and and in a way, that's unfortunate because, in my opinion, who in the world wants to be human? Who wants to be a human being? We as human beings, man, we suck. We are the worst species on this planet. We take, we destroy, and we provide absolutely nothing in return. If you look at what we do to the planet, look at what we do to each other. I mean, we will step on each other, literally step on each other to climb a single rung on the ladder of society. I'm sorry, that's sad. I find absolutely no pleasure in that. I find that to be disgraceful. And yet we as humans do it on a daily basis. We do everything we can to destroy each other, tear each other down. And when I say destroy each other, I don't mean physically. I mean, well, actually I do mean physically, but also mentally and emotionally as well. We'll put each other down just so we can make ourselves feel better about ourselves. We'll put other people down and make other people feel terrible about themselves just so we can get a laugh. You know, I'm sorry. I'm not about that, man. I'm not. I don't like that. I really don't. And it's sad. It's really sad that we as a species do that. And it's just, you look at every other species on this planet. Do they do that to each other? Do you see lions doing that to each other? Do you see hippos doing that to each other? Do you see birds doing that to each other? Do you see insects doing that to each other? Nope. We are the only ones. So, yay, human race. Anyway. No, but 8.6, I feel really good about that score. I think that is the absolute score that this deserves. And I know all the people saying, oh, this deserves a 10. Again, I understand that's your opinion. And I'm not discrediting your opinion. I'm not. You are certainly entitled to your opinion. It's your opinion. My opinion is it's an 8.6, which by definition is a great score. Not okay, not pretty good, not really good. No, it gets a great score. I was very impressed with the guitar technique. I was very impressed with the vocals. So yeah, 8.6. I feel good with that score, and that is where we're gonna stay. Now, we may have some new people on the channel who are big fans of Ren, and they might not know what an 8.6 means. Well, that's okay. I got proof for you. Go ahead and scroll down a little bit in the video description. Go ahead, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. Now you're gonna see very quickly my scoring system chart, and you're gonna look for 8.0 to 8.9. What does that say? It says great. just remember 8 is great. If you get an 8 point anything, you're getting a great score. There are varying degrees of greatness, and this is just a tad above the middle ground. So yeah, I think that 8.6 is very appropriate. So 8.6, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for the night, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.